You don't need a backyard to grow fresh fruit. These 10 fruits thrive in pots on your balcony, patio, or even indoors. Bananas, avocados, lemons, all in containers. And number 3 produces fruit year-round even in winter. Number 1, dwarf bananas. Yes, you can grow bananas in a pot. And they'll actually produce fruit in 18 to 24 months. Dwarf varieties like dwarf Cavendish stay under 6 feet tall, making them perfect for containers. Here's the trick: bananas love warmth and humidity. Put them in a sunny spot, water them regularly, and keep the soil moist but not soggy. They grow fast. You'll see new leaves every week during the growing season. One mature dwarf banana plant can produce 50 to 100 bananas per harvest. That's enough to share with your neighbors. Use a 15 to 20 gallon pot with good drainage. Feed them with a high potassium fertilizer every month during spring and summer. If you live in a cold climate, bring them indoors before the first frost. They'll keep growing as long as they get bright light. For number 2 we have dwarf avocados. Store-bought avocados cost $3 to $5 each. A dwarf avocado tree in a pot can produce 50 to 100 avocados per year once it's mature. Varieties like Wurtz or Little Cato stay 8 to 10 feet tall and grow well in containers. They need full sun, at least 6 hours a day. Put them on a south-facing patio or balcony. Here's what most people get wrong: avocados hate wet feet. Use well-draining soil and let the top 2 inches dry out between waterings. You'll get your first avocados in 3 to 4 years if you buy a grafted tree. That's faster than planting from a pit, which can take 10 years. Use a pot that's at least 20 gallons. Terracotta works great because it breathes and prevents overwatering. Feed them with citrus fertilizer every 6 weeks during the growing season. 1 tree is enough for most households. You'll be giving avocados away once it starts producing. Number 3, Meyer lemons. These are the best citrus trees for containers. They stay compact, fruit year-round, and can even grow indoors near a sunny window. Meyer lemons are sweeter than regular lemons, less acidic, more floral. They're perfect for cooking, baking, or making lemonade. 1 tree can produce 50 to 100 lemons per year. And unlike most fruit trees, they bloom and fruit multiple times throughout the year. Put them in the sunniest spot you have. Indoors, place them right next to a south-facing window or use a grow light. Water when the top inch of soil feels dry. Citrus trees don't like being soggy, but they also hate drying out completely. Use a 10 to 15 gallon pot with drainage holes. Citrus-specific potting soil works best because it drains well and has the right pH. Feed them with citrus fertilizer every month during spring and summer. You'll see blooms within weeks, and fruit follows 6 to 9 months later. The flowers smell incredible, sweet and citrusy. Your whole balcony will smell like a lemon grove. Number 4, strawberries. These are the easiest and fastest fruit you can grow in containers. You'll get fruit in just 60 to 90 days. They work in hanging baskets, vertical planters, or regular pots. 1 plant can produce 1 to 2 pounds of strawberries per season. Choose everbearing or day-neutral varieties if you want fruit all season long. June-bearing varieties give you 1 big harvest in early summer. Strawberries need at least 6 hours of sunlight. Put them on a sunny balcony or patio. Water them regularly, they have shallow roots and dry out fast. Use a pot that's at least 8 inches deep. You can fit 3 to 4 plants in a 12-inch container. Feed them with a balanced fertilizer every 2 weeks during the growing season. Pick the berries as soon as they're fully red. Leaving them on the plant too long attracts bugs and birds. Number 5, dwarf peaches. Dwarf peach trees stay 4 to 6 feet tall and produce full-size peaches. Varieties like Bonanza or Pixie are bred specifically for containers. They need full sun, at least 6 to 8 hours a day. The more sun, the sweeter the peaches. Peach trees bloom early in spring. Those pink flowers are stunning. Your patio will look like an orchard. You'll get 2 to 3 dozen peaches per tree once it matures. That's enough for fresh eating, pies, and preserving. Use a 15 to 20 gallon pot with excellent drainage. Peach trees hate wet roots. Water deeply once a week during summer. Less often in cooler months. Feed them with fruit tree fertilizer in early spring and again in midsummer. Prune them lightly each winter to keep the shape compact and encourage fruiting. Number 6, columnar apples. These are apple trees that grow straight up like a column, no wide branches. Perfect for tight spaces. They stay 8 to 10 feet tall and only 2 feet wide. You can line them along a balcony railing or fit several in a small patio. Varieties like Scarlet Sentinel or North Pole produce full-size apples. You'll need 2 trees for cross-pollination. Plant 2 different varieties and they'll pollinate each other. They need full sun and consistent watering. Apples are thirsty trees. Use a pot that's at least 20 gallons. The bigger the pot, the better the harvest. Feed them with fruit tree fertilizer in early spring. Expect 10 to 20 apples per tree once they mature. It takes 2 to 3 years to get your first harvest. Number 7. Blueberries. Blueberries love pots. They're one of the easiest fruits to grow in containers. They need acidic soil, regular potting soil won't work. Use soil made for azaleas or rhododendrons. One mature blueberry bush produces 5 to 10 pounds of berries per season. Choose varieties that are self-pollinating, or plant 2 different varieties for a bigger harvest. They need full sun but tolerate partial shade better than most fruits. Water them regularly. Blueberries have shallow roots and dry out fast. Use a 15 to 20 gallon pot. Bigger is better for blueberries. Feed them with acid-loving plant fertilizer in early spring and midsummer. The best part? Blueberries are perennial. One plant will produce for 20 years or more. Number 8. Dwarf figs. Fig trees are incredibly low maintenance and produce sweet, delicious fruit. Dwarf varieties like Petite Negra or Chicago Hardy stay compact and fruit heavily in containers. Figs don't need cross-pollination. One tree is all you need. They produce 2 crops per year in warm climates, one in early summer, one in fall. Figs love heat. Put them in the hottest, sunniest spot you have. Water them deeply once a week. They're drought-tolerant once established. Use a 15 to 20 gallon pot. Figs have aggressive roots, so bigger pots keep them happy. Feed them with a balanced fertilizer in spring and midsummer. Fresh figs are nothing like the dried ones from the store. They're soft, sweet, and almost jam-like inside. Number 9. Dwarf pomegranates. Pomegranate trees are beautiful and productive. The flowers are bright orange-red, and the fruit is packed with antioxidants. Dwarf varieties like Nana stay 3 to 4 feet tall and fruit reliably in containers. They love heat and full sun. The hotter, the better. Pomegranates are drought-tolerant. Water them once a week during summer, less in winter. Use a 10 to 15 gallon pot with excellent drainage. Feed them with a balanced fertilizer in spring. You'll get 10 to 20 pomegranates per tree once it matures. It takes 2 to 3 years to get your first harvest. The best part? Pomegranate trees live for decades. Plant one now and your kids will still be harvesting from it. And the last one on the list. Number 10. Dwarf mandarins or Kalamandan oranges. These are the cutest citrus trees. They stay 4 to 6 feet tall and produce tiny, sweet oranges. Kalamandan oranges are tart but perfect for marmalade, cocktails, or adding to tea. Mandarins are sweet and easy to peel, just like the ones from the grocery store. They fruit year-round in warm climates. Indoors, they'll fruit in winter if they get enough light. Put them in the sunniest spot you have. Indoors, use a grow light if your windows don't get 6+ hours of sun. Water when the top inch of soil is dry. Use a 10 to 15 gallon pot with drainage holes. Feed them with citrus fertilizer every month during spring and summer. One tree produces dozens of fruits per year. You'll have fresh citrus all the time. So those are the 10 best fruits for pots and small spaces. Now here's how to keep them healthy and productive. Pot size matters. Small pots equal stunted growth and poor fruiting. Always go bigger than you think you need. Most fruit trees need at least 15 to 20 gallon pots. Smaller fruits like strawberries and dwarf citrus can go in 10 gallon pots. Use pots with drainage holes. No drainage equals root rot equals dead tree. Soil is critical. Don't use garden soil. It's too heavy and compacts in pots. Use high-quality potting mix made for containers. It drains well and holds moisture without getting soggy. For blueberries, use acidic soil. For citrus, use citrus-specific soil. Watering strategy. Containers dry out faster than ground soil. Check your pots every day during summer. Stick your finger 2 inches into the soil. If it's dry, water deeply until water runs out the bottom. Don't water on a schedule. Water based on what the soil feels like. Fertilizing schedule. Fruit trees in containers need regular feeding. The nutrients in potting soil run out fast. Use slow-release fertilizer in spring, then liquid fertilizer every 2 to 4 weeks during the growing season. For citrus, use citrus fertilizer. For berries, use acid-loving plant food. For everything else, balanced fruit tree fertilizer works. Sunlight requirements. Most fruits need at least 6 hours of direct sun. More is better. If you're growing indoors, put trees right next to south-facing windows or use grow lights. No sun equals no fruit. It's that simple. Winter care. If you live in a cold climate, bring tropical and subtropical fruits indoors before the first frost. Bananas, avocados, citrus, and pomegranates can't handle freezing temperatures. Apples, peaches, figs, and blueberries need cold dormancy. Leave them outside but protect the pots from freezing solid. For pruning and maintenance, prune fruit trees lightly each year to keep them compact and productive. Remove dead or crossing branches. Thin out crowded growth. For strawberries, remove runners unless you want more plants. For citrus, trim back leggy growth to encourage bushy, compact shape. So those are the 10 best fruits you can grow in pots and small spaces. You don't need a backyard. You don't need a big garden. Just a sunny balcony, patio, or even a bright window. Start with 1 or 2 trees. Get them established. Then add more as you learn what works in your space. Most of these trees will produce fruit within 2 to 3 years. Some, like strawberries and dwarf bananas, fruit even faster. Imagine walking out to your balcony and picking fresh lemons, avocados, or peaches. That's possible even in a small apartment. Which fruit are you most excited to grow? Drop it in the comments. And if you want more tips on growing food in small spaces, hit subscribe. I've got a lot more coming. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.